All right.
Am I rolling?
Were you guys
Sure
able
are.
to hear that?
Roll away.
C.
All right, see. We're here for a wonderful occasion. We're here to celebrate the love that you two have found in and for each other. A love unlike any other love you've ever experienced. A love that's called your hearts, your minds, your bodies, your souls, all that you are, to stand before God and all peoples and say, this is the one. This is the one I want to walk through life with. This is the one I want to stand beside come what may. We're here to celebrate with you, Larry and Rachel. You have found a love worthy of your trust, worthy of your time and energy on this planet, worthy of your time and energy above this planet, worthy indeed of life itself. The ceremony doesn't take that long, but it's like a pebble dropped in the pond of your lives. And what's about to happen right here in this gondola in these next few moments will ripple out and touch everything else. Every choice you make, every turn you take in this life will be touched by this holy moment. Annie Dillard, in her book Pilgrim at Tinker Creek, writes these words, I never knew I was a bell until I was lifted up and struck by God. And here you are lifted up, and God is striking this holy relationship between the two of you. And may it last forever and ever and ever. Enjoy. Back up we
Kind
go.
of got long-winded right there.
Yeah, I did. I know. So, Rachel and Larry, I require and charge you both as you stand here in this glorious, beautiful sanctuary to remember that love and loyalty alone will avail as the foundation of a happy home. If love and loyalty are kept unviolated and steadfastly you seek to live as God has created you to live, then your lives will be filled with joy, and the home which you're establishing will abide in peace. No other vows are more tender, no other ties more sacred than these you now assume. And so I ask you, Larry, will you accept this woman, Rachel, this woman whose hands you hold, this woman who stands beside you, to be your lawfully wedded wife, to live together in a loving union? Will you love her, Larry? Will you comfort her? Will you honor her? Will you keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep yourself faithful to her so long as the two of you live? If you will, say clearly, I will.
I will.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Rachel,
Start back up.
I ask you, will you accept Larry, this man whose hand you hold, this man who stands beside you, to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in a loving union? Will you love him, Rachel? Will you comfort him? Will you honor him? Will you keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep yourself faithful to him so long as the two of you live? If you will, say, I will.
I will.
So Larry, I ask you to look into Rachel's eyes and say these words, these vows to her. These vows for love, for delight, for joy. I, Larry, take you, Rachel,
I, Larry, take you, Rachel,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
as long as we two shall live.
as long as we two shall live.
Rachel, I ask you to repeat after me, as you face Larry, saying these words. I, Rachel, take you, Larry,
I, Rachel, take you, Larry,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
as long as we two shall live.
as long as we two shall live.
So Larry, may I have the rings?
Yes, sir.
You've got the rings, though, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. And so, Larry, Rachel, I remind you that the circle is the most ancient sacred symbol of our species, found in all traditions. It's always been a reminder to us and our ancestors of that which has no beginning and has no end. Truth, beauty, justice, God, love. And I tell you this as a way of reminding you that what you're giving each other here is not just jewelry, and nor is it simply a sign to others that you're taken. Rather, it's a reminder that this love you share opens the door to the infinite, opens the door to that which has no beginning and has no end. And so, I'm going to encourage you to give these rings a twist on a daily basis, just to keep your priorities straight. Just to remind yourselves what is of infinite value and what's here today and gone tomorrow. So Larry, take this ring if you will. Put it on Rachel's third finger, left hand. All the way on. Hold. Hold it in place, look into her eyes and say these words. With this ring, Rachel.
With this ring, Rachel.
Now in the presence of this beautiful scene.
Now in the presence of this beautiful scene.
I marry you.
I marry you.
Larry's third finger, left hand. Hold it in, flip all the way over there. There you go. Hold it in place, look into his eyes and say these words. With this ring, Larry.
With this ring, Larry.
Now in the presence of this beautiful scene.
Now in the presence of this beautiful scene.
I marry you.
I marry you.
Take each other's hands and hold them tight. And so, Larry, Rachel, you've come here in this beautiful place today, high above the ground, and have made it quite clear you want to be together in this life. I've heard your vows, I've seen you give and receive rings. So therefore, by the authority vested in me by this state of North Carolina, I now pronounce that you are married. You are husband, Larry.
Nice.
You are wife, Rachel. God bless you both. You may kiss.
Did you want to hear the lip smacking on?
They are married!
And any ham operator heard that too.
Floodlights, man. I love flying.
It's well about heat.
Marriage. Allergic to marriage is not the.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Yay!
Thank you.
Hooray! All right.
All right.
Let's do another kiss. All right.
That is a beautiful ring.
Isn't that a beautiful ring? Yeah, it really is.
That's
Yeah.
Is that, we videoing still?
Still videoing.
All right.
Just
We
wave
got the
bye,
whole
everybody.
thing.
Hey.
And then you can hit stop whenever you want.
Okay, that's the same button.
Uh-huh.